Yeah, man, it's your boy Alfred once again, and welcome to another video, right? And today's video is entitled "A Woman is a Reflection of How You See Yourself." A woman is a reflection of how you see yourself. And what do I mean? It came to my conclusion that, in fact, I came to a conclusion that a lot of men think that the way a woman represents herself to him, right, when maybe they're meeting or they're talking or whatever, they're actually interacting. A lot of men have that notion that a woman is really, the majority of time, she's just being her. But unknowingly, a woman is just reflecting you. What do I mean? I mean, especially when you start interacting and maybe you get into a relationship, right? You get into a relationship with a certain lady. Don't think that whatever she's doing is because of it's how she is really. I don't know how I can best explain this. That's not who she really is. And this is another reason women are both complicated and not complicated, right? She's just reflecting who you are, especially when you're in a relationship. Why? Because what you feed her, right, interactive wise, is exactly what you're gonna get. If you want to date a woman seriously, right, and then you tell her straight out, right, that's who she's going to be. She's going to be someone who, if she agrees to, right, she agrees to it, maybe you two are compatible, right, then she will agree to that. Eventually she agrees to that, and then you get things happening. But what she's doing, she is actually reflecting you and the input you have installed in her, because it's what you are telling her. However, a lot of men get things twisted, right? What happens is that they don't really lead her into the situation, in the situation they want. They just make things, they just want things to happen. Just like that. And then they want the woman to figure things out. But if you want the woman to figure things out, alright, it means that you're just giving her, what you're doing, you're giving her very, very little data to work on how she should interact with you and how she should be in a relationship with you. And that's because you yourself, you do not know what you really want, or you're not assured, or you've not assured her, or you're not assured on where you want to be in that relationship. So in turn, she's just reflecting what you are giving her, who you are. And this is exactly why I say you cannot escape self-development, you cannot escape self-improvement, knowing thyself. Because once you know thyself, once you know that, then you know exactly what are the inputs that you want from a woman. Rather, what are the outputs, right, you want from the woman, because you know exactly what to feed her, what are the inputs. And that's exactly what she's going to reflect back. However, many men are putting out there, right, unfinished data, right, not easy to process, right, onto whatever interaction they want with the woman or whatever relationship, and then they expect things to just, blossom or bloom. It doesn't work that way. Never has, never will. This is where And this is exactly why many men are they're frustrated. They're not giving enough data to reflect you as you want her to be, to interact with you. It all starts within you. That's it. It all starts within you, because how you start the relationship is exactly how it's going to end. Now, if you start in a way that is wishy-washy, right? You're not sure of yourself. Yes, the woman you're interacting with or you want to be in a relationship with, right? She may be attracted to you, right? And that's why she's actually interacting with you, right? But you're not you're not following straight lines when being with her. Either you're trying to manipulate, trying to lie, trying to do things that are unnecessary, right? And not really telling her what you want her to be, because deep inside you know that she will not actually agree to it, and this is what you think. But the fact that you know that, or you think that way, it means that you do not believe in whatever you're trying, whatever relationship you want to be with her. You don't believe in that. That's why you are trying to cover things up and not telling her how things should be, or how you would want things to be. You just want her to figure things out on herself, by herself. Right? She cannot. Women always never forget they need to be led. They need to be given instructions. They need to be given direction. Now, if you yourself have no direction, you don't know how to lead yourself, then what makes you think that you will be able to lead someone else? Doesn't make sense. So all she'll do, because she does not have that enough data, she does not have enough information on how to be with you, then she'll just try and fill up the space which you yourself don't know or would not, you don't like. That's why now you start complaining, she's doing this, she's doing that. But that's because you're not moving in straight lines. You're not being straight to her. You're not being open. You're not being, you're just not being yourself. You're hiding certain things. You're not telling the truth. You're not leading her towards exactly how you'd like the interaction to go, or the rest of the relationship to go. Now, I'm not saying that you should tell her everything about you. Your first day, you're going to talk for hours and trying to explain yourself. That's totally different. You don't even need to explain yourself to a woman who already wants to get with you. You don't. A woman that you're compatible with, a woman that is already is ready to be with you, to get with you, right? She's just waiting for your direction. If a woman opposes your direction, she opposes your leadership, she's not attracted to you. Now, because a lot of men encounter opposition from women, they encounter resistance. In fact, they know, okay, this chick is resisting what I'm telling her. That's when the manipulation, the lies, moving out from straight lines come in. Telling her what she wants to hear, right? Telling her whatever it is so that you can be with her, right? Which at the end of the day is not sustainable. Right? Because that's exactly what she's going to reflect back. So that relationship will obviously be shaky. A stable relationship is based on stability of the man, first of all. Stability of the man means that you have your core masculinity, your identity. Shout out to Miles Cunningham, or what I like to say, your masculine essence. That's your principles, knowing yourself, all your goals, your purpose, right, towards moving towards the best version of you. That's intact. That should be intact. Then that at least will give her something to lead to go by. Right? She has something to go with. Your principles, you have your core values, you have now. I'm not saying you should be stingent on these things, man. You do not have to be like rigid. No. You're a man. As a man, you know how to supposed to interact with the feminine. You know she's feminine, but you're not forfeiting those masculine traits just so that you can accommodate her. And this is exactly what I'm trying to say. That now, because you see that she's probably rejecting your advances, or she's not interested, or maybe she's wishy-washy. Now what you're doing is trying to accommodate her. Change tactics, change strategies. Why? How? You may say, how do you change strategies? For example, right? You're someone who keeps time. You tell a woman, listen, let's meet up at 3 p.m. As an example, right? Somewhere, with one of your best hangouts, right? She comes at 3:15, right? Okay, you tell her, listen, I don't go by that. Next time you do this and this and this. Maybe you have your own principle. Tell her, hey, listen, if you're going to be late, you call me up that you're late, and then so that I know that you're going to be late. You tell her that what you're supposed to do, how she's supposed to act once she's in that sort of situation. Second date, maybe, right, or second time, something like that is happening. You let it go. You kind of you brush it off. You're not bringing it up. Maybe she's late. She's probably even later than before. She's 30 minutes late this time. Maybe at the time you say she's dressed up much more sexy, and you're talking in the phone, right? And you think to yourself, okay, this time she's gonna let me hit it, right? We're gonna fuck. Now, because maybe there is a chance of you two fucking, she comes late, but then you pretend like you've forgotten that what you have told her. Now you're okay with it. So what you're doing, you're accommodating her behavior. Guess what will happen? That will be the premises. She's not going to change in the future. She's still going to be that type of person who's going to be late. And since you did not enforce such things, right, early, right? Remember, you only told it, but you did not enforce it. You let it go. That in itself will be a crack in the armor. So it means that the other things that she will do, that because she already knows that you can accommodate her once she does certain things. And that's what I'm saying. That's a reflection of you. You allow things to happen. Now, we all, as men, we all do this, but we at times have to learn. Right? There are certain cracks in our armors that we have to be able to identify so these things do not happen. If you say that you're a man who want your woman to be on time, you should stick to that. If you want your woman to let you know beforehand whether she's coming or not, right? You should do that. There's some dudes who, they allow the woman to just come home to their place without notification, and they allow that. And maybe in the beginning you did not. Now, because she's giving you regular pussy, she can come over whenever without even calling you, without notifying you. What you're doing, you're just cracking that armor. But then when that happens, you've already opened doors for other things, so that she is able to do things that you won't like, and that's a reflection of you. That's why I'm saying this. The onus is always on you, as on the man, to make sure that those cracks are actually those cracks are filled. right, and do something about them, so that the relationship always is led by you, and it goes by how you have set. That's how you, very important that you set the standards from the beginning, so that if she wants to stay, she knows these are the standards. If she wants to leave, she can leave. You don't have to force her, because if now you're forcing her, guess what's going to happen? As per usual, right? You're going to start complaining and doing all sort of nonsense, but always remember, that's actually a reflection. She's reflecting who or what you have actually accepted her to be, and that's you. I hope that was very much insightful, right? And it's been your boy Alfred. Till next time, peace.